Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Welcome to the show. I'm JP.
I'm Bobby Summers.
And we're bringing
bringing?
opinionated conversations on a variety of topics from perspectives that really don't matter on the Everything Obsolete podcast.
What's up? This is the Everything Obsolete podcast, where the topics and views are pretty current, but the opinions are obsolete. That is the beautiful Jay Blaze. I am Bobby Summers. Come share our take on the world, one obsolete opinion at a time. Let's do it. So what's up, everyone? How y'all doing? We have been chilling. We haven't dropped the episode in a little hot second. We just been running life errands, I guess, right? Everyday shit. That's what we were doing. So busy. And Mother's Day, we was chilling. Had the sister-in-law. Went out, did some things. Actually, I should go show you some of the stuff that we did. I'll be right back. How about that? Yeah, this one was yours?
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is the type of stuff we was doing besides making episodes. So we did like these little things. I think I posted some stuff up. You know what I mean? It came out pretty damn cute. I think Jay's came out super cute.
Mine is way better than everybody.
Nah, I don't think so. My colors are serious. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's Sammy going nuts.
I think it's
but y'all can't see that. But yeah. We I like the little get up.
Mine's is gangster.
I guess we shouting out the place we went to. I mean, it's all over. Two together. I mean, we don't got nothing with them, but we did have fun there. We enjoyed ourselves. This literally takes like maybe
20 minutes.
20 minutes if you're slow. Anyway, those were the type of things we were doing. I went to a baseball game like a week later, not even maybe. And we was just been chilling and stuff. You notice something different about me?
You got no facial hair?
That's what I'm talking about.
Got a
My
goatee,
beard.
trying to be Chris Brown? I don't think so.
Chris Brown got a goatee now?
Look at his new video.
Oh, he didn't DM me. My bad.
He DM'd me.
But yeah, I'm not trying to do that. I just wanted to start all over. So I'm not changing the logo look. You know what I mean? I have my logo beard going on. You know what I mean? The logo right there. But I'm gonna start all over. Let it grow in fresh a little bit. Plus, I gotta paint it. You know what I mean? My hairs ain't the same color as they used to be back in the day. But otherwise than that, we've been chilling. Got some things that we wanted to chat about real quick. So we were like, let's do the pod. So that's what we're doing right now. And I don't know if I guess I want to start off. We could go right into some entertainment and sports. I mean, that's our thing regardless. If we stick with sports, I would like to talk about this incredible playoff run that we're seeing by Dallas and Boston. Boston might have had a easier route. That's what they're trying to. But you know what? You still got to win the games, right? You still got to actually play the game, and win.
Yeah.
So they doing that. Can't knock that. So, and Dallas is running hard. The WNBA is moving swiftly, even though they only play like 1 or 2 games a week, which kind of sucks. So I mean, it's going to come where they'll be on every other day during their season. Just give them time. But run through that real quick.
Now all the games are going to be on ABC.
Most of them. For this season, that's that Caitlin Clark effect.
It's fine. You're talking about WNBA?
Yeah, WNBA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, finals are ABC.
For the men.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's on national television, every game. But and then I also want to just talk a little bit about the Olympic team, because right around the corner is the Olympics, and that team has been set probably for a couple of weeks now. barring any changes from injury. So we're gonna dab into all of that real quick. You know what? I like talking about the WNBA a lot, so let's stick to that. When the WNBA came rushing in, I think they're about 8 games in maybe now, which is about 3 weeks, which kind of makes sense. 2 games a week almost. You know what I mean? So the Caitlin Clark effect, where this year it didn't start on the first game, but a couple of games in, all teams now fly charter. To and from different arenas. That's a big deal for the women.
Upgrade.
I mean, there's teams that are still looking like the champions they are, a la the Vegas Aces.
Also has to do with the fact that the women this year going into the WNBA draft was way bigger than the men's.
100%.
They had the platform. They were the most talked about league, for future.
Collegiate.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Well, it's about time,
I think.
So this year is definitely the women's.
Me and you talked about this though. Interesting enough though, I'm not gonna go exact on the number, but if there were 40 women drafted into the WNBA, which by the way, the draft is literally like 3 weeks before the season starts.
Yeah, there's no time.
Opposed to the men, where it's done after the championship in June, but the season doesn't start until October, preseason.
Yeah.
Right? So the women's literally draft, 3 weeks later, they're playing their first WNBA game. So that's a big turnaround for a person just in general.
Yeah.
Right? Let alone an athlete.
Yeah.
Right? So they get drafted. Season starts 2-3 weeks later at most. Your girl Caitlin Clark, first game ever in the WNBA, she had a triple-double. But not the triple-double that you would like. She has something more like 20 points on a horrible shooting percentage. She probably had like 10 rebounds. Or was it 10 assists? Excuse me. But then she also had 10 turnovers. So that's not the triple-double that you want. You know what I mean?
And she lost the first couple of games.
She lost the first like 5 games. Yeah. So but you got to also give her team time to learn how to play with such a talent. And she needed to learn new people and new teammates. Not on the court.
Yeah.
On the court. Personality?
No.
On the court. What you're you all the time. I'm me all the time. But if we're on a basketball court, we need to learn those personalities as well. And 2 weeks after the draft is not enough time.
No, they'll get there.
Which they finally got their first win. And you saw. I like that you said that they'll get there, because, like, 3 games in, when they were still they lost like their first 5 games. That 3rd, 4th, and 5th loss, they were playing. They were playing better. They were just losing, and like to the end, 86, 82, something like that, where they're just falling apart at the end. They can't hold it together, or they got to fight
like
too much.
Like any other team would. Like basketball, that happens in basketball all the time.
No doubt, but camaraderie is a lot. So at some point, you're supposed to pull away. You know what I mean?
But college women's basketball and WNBA, their duration of games are similar. It's not like
what do you mean?
College
48?
Basketball and then going to the NBA, where you're playing 82 games a season.
Well, yeah, because the women, I think they play like 50 games. I think they're somewhere close to that. I mean, we could Google it real quick if we wanted to, but it's something like 50. Yeah, it's like 40 to 50 games. And in college, I think they play, if you go all the way to like the national title, you wind up playing maybe like 30, 31 games. So it is like everybody is not blessed to play those extra
Yeah, of
16
course.
games. So you're playing probably around at least 20 to 25 games in college on a normal. And if you're able to go all the way to the finals, add another, 12 games for and there's other title games during the season that you wind up playing. So if you don't make it to those, then you don't play those extra games. But that doesn't mean you don't get into the final collegiate bracket. So that's why some teams will have like 34 games
Right,
their
as
total.
opposed to 50 or
No. It's never that much. It's never that much. So it'll be like one team will have like 31 games, and another team could have like 34 games. So they play 3 more games, probably because they were in a tournament earlier in the year and they won it. So they played extra games because they won the tournament. You know what I mean? Like like the Hawaii Classic. You know what I mean? Like it's like an in-tournament thing. Like it's part of the season, but it's a tournament the games took place in Hawaii. So, little things like that. Anyway, yeah, so she had a rough start, but I'm starting to see her basketball persona, and I like it. When I come home, a lot of these WNBA games are starting at 3, 4 in the afternoon, so I see a lot of them, and I see a lot of. She's on TV, like her team is on TV the most, probably even more than just as much as the Vegas Aces, and they're 2-time champions. Indiana Fever haven't done shit, but Caitlin Clark effect, you know what I mean? But you got to give it to her because everybody knows she can ball. I don't so much always want to mention her name when you talk about the WNBA, but when you talk about the WNBA right now, she is right now. She's part of right now with some of these other girls, women, I should say. And yeah, so a lot of them are playing well and adjusting. And about her persona, when she plays against her ex-teammates from college, she looks for them before and after the game. Definitely, like, you know what I mean? Like, I seen her, like, hug. I want to say it was the Vegas. So one of her girlfriend's ex-teammates is on the Vegas Aces. You know what I mean? And she kind of went to the draft just to support Caitlin, and got drafted. Like on some. So the Caitlin Clark effect is not just in the WNBA. A lot of her peers, her friends, her ex-teammates, a few of them made it to the WNBA. They put in that work. But she was controlling that horse. You know what I mean? And they're in the WNBA now. And then, like, one of them is blessed to play with 4 Hall of Famers on the Aces. It's a lot different where she's on Indiana Fever and she is being looked at as the future and
the face of that.
kind of like a LeBron James kind of vibe, right? Where you got some of the 2 other teammates that made it and stayed with the team. I'm gonna go somewhere else with this. They're playing with vets and Hall of Famers on their team. A little bit more, you learn more. You know how to, you know what I mean? Like, imagine you got drafted and played with the 4 Hall of Famers on the Aces, and you're a rookie, and they're winning, and they just won back-to-back chips, and now you're on their team, like you're literally a part of their team, like you're one of the first people off the bench.
Yeah.
Like, imagine that. Going back, I don't know if I finished this thought that I had. Out of the 40 women that were drafted in the WNBA 2-3 weeks before the season started, only like 12 of them got signed and stood with their teams.
A lot of them got waived.
Yeah, and or not picked up. They got drafted, but they didn't pick them up. So that's I think that's a big number.
Yeah, it is.
That because it's a small number, but then when you take that small number of women, there's only 40 women getting drafted. Oh, that's a small number. I mean, the league is only 8 teams deep.
That's why you
But
got
only
that school.
12 of them, 15 of them actually stay with the team that drafted them. The rest are out of here. Like, they got to go overseas. They got to figure out how they're going to continue this basketball life,
You make money off of it.
which is definitely their plan for a lot of them. I mean, more money's across seas anyway for now. Sticking with the WNBA though, her squad, them Golden State Bay Areas, expanding to the WNBA. They got the official Golden State Valkyrie team coming to your WNBA next year, next season,
Yes.
followed by the following year, the Toronto, the Canadians have created a WNBA team. The name, to my knowledge, has not been official, a la the Golden State Valkyries. That is officially the WNBA's Bay Area team. We got 2 new teams coming to the WNBA within the next 2 years, talking about expansion and what the women need to globalize WNBA basketball. So we're going to stay on top of that because we like sports and we like basketball and we like women's sport. It all matters, you know what I mean? So good look on that with those 2 expansion teams coming soon. Let's tick back over to the men's side of things. We're going to dive right back into this whole Dallas versus Boston championship. Who you liking in this matchup?
I would say Dallas.
Dallas. My heart wants to say Boston because
Not mine.
my heart wants to say Boston because the young guy, the young Thundercats, a la Tatum, even though Luka is in that category as well, but Tatum and Brown, they've been fighting a long time. And usually when you fight a long time, this is their second time to the finals, but I think in the last 4 or 5 years, they've been to the conference final at least. They've been there, if both of them have been in the league 6 to 8 years, they've been to the conference final like 6 times and been to the finals twice now. Where Luka, to my knowledge, he's only been to the conference finals twice, including this year.
That's why I think, for me, I think that's more special because they haven't reached that. And you got a team that has and never fulfilled.
They also got Kyrie Irving, who is a champion. So the pedigree is there. Boston, to my knowledge, doesn't have anyone with a ring
I don't think so.
on the squad. They just been to the mountain and just couldn't conquer it.
Yeah.
Where Dallas has a conqueror on their team. So my mind is saying Dallas. That's what I'm going with. My mind is saying Dallas, but my heart is saying Boston. Although, you know, we don't really fuck with either one of these teams, but you know what I mean? It's the table is set.
Who wants
The
it
real
more?
problem is what the fuck happened to Minnesota?
I don't know.
Because
They
that's
lost.
who someone was going for.
Oh, yeah.
If
But they lost at home,
right off grip,
and they lost at home again.
right off grip again.
I don't know. I wasn't watching the game. If I was home watching the game yesterday, they would have won. It would have been 2-3.
Simply because you were watching. it.
Exactly.
I get it. I doubt it, but I get it.
No. They were down 3-0. They won.
Luka had 25 like in the first quarter.
He always has 25.
No. In the first quarter, he was setting the tone. And then when he sat down, I think he might have had 25 in the first half, but 21 in the first quarter. Then when he sat down in the second quarter, Kyrie went off and scored like 12 straight points in the second quarter to start it off. So it was just like, I got you, young man.
Plus, he didn't have a good game 4.
Who didn't? Neither one of them.
Yeah.
Neither one of them did. Shooting percentage-wise, neither one of them did.
Of course.
But, yeah, that's our take. We'll get jump into that as I guess the series progresses.
When does it start?
June 6th is the first game. So like, what's gonna intrigue us more about this basketball year is that it's technically not over when the championships finish.
Oh no.
Because we got this year's Olympics, ladies and gentlemen, and our squad is set, barring injury, correct? Barring, because the people who were in the playoffs were hurt,
Yeah.
and I don't know if, this time off that, one, that they didn't want, because everybody wanted to fight for the ring. But now that they had that time off, is it enough to heal from some of the injuries, a la Joel Embiid, Kawhi Leonard? These are people that missed
their playoff games.
Yeah, well, not
Well,
Joel.
Joel.
Joel
But he
played injured.
Super injured.
Super injured.
And off of a surgery.
Well, that's why he came back off the surgery.
Yeah.
So the team is. So we got players that are still playing right now that are possibly going to be in the Olympics.
Oh, yeah.
So which is Jason Tatum. We have Anthony Davis. We have Tyrese Halliburton. Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards. We got Drew Holiday. He's still playing, right? And then we have LeBron, Steph, KD, Joel, and Devin. And then Kawhi Leonard and Bam Adebayo. That's a solid fucking basketball team.
You got veterans. You have
Mixed. Got some young
soon-to-be veterans.
and there's some young thugs.
So you got the torches.
The
So
young-
everybody's passing the torch now. So they all get to play with each other.
If I'm Ant-Man, I'm taking that over. If I'm Ant-Man,
Well, if I'm any of these young cats, I'm soaking all of that
when
in.
you say young, Jason Tatum, maybe Booker. Booker's like in the middle, right? Booker would be kind of the middle-ish. Bam Adebayo, middle-ish.
Yeah, but a lot of them already have experience playing
In like high
the
games.
US, Tatum played last year. Then he played the U.S. team last year with Draymond Green. Then they played
That wasn't last year, was it?
the U.S.
You're talking about the, because this year is the actual Olympics.
Yes.
So you're talking about what's the one that's every 2 years? Oh my God, I'm lost. I can't remember the name of the tourney. Like the America games.
They represent the U.S. Yeah, so
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like
If you win that tournament, no, we lost, didn't we?
but they still had Steve Kerr coaching them last year. They played.
It wasn't
good.
last year.
Wasn't
it? It had to be 2 years ago. Had to be. Regardless, when you win that tournament, your bid automatically you're in the Olympics. You don't have to worry about that. So I'm thinking, because what I'm remembering is that we lost.
Yeah.
So if we lost, that means when we're in this group, we have to win the group. Which with this team, this is exactly why this team is built.
Right. To win.
To win. So we'll see how that goes out. I wanted to bring that up now, so later on in future episodes, it won't be like brand new news that, like if we're talking about the Olympics for the first time, this is the solid 12-man roster. The coaches could talk and get into everyone's head, and they're all gonna suck it in, pause. You know what I mean? Like they're all gonna take it and do what they're supposed to do with the information and process it correctly and go. You know what I mean? No moment is gonna be too big for any of these players. So I mean, it'd be a real disappointment. You know what? I'm not even gonna say that, because the world basketball is. There's going to be a couple of teams out there that are going to have 5, 6, 7 NBA players on their team.
Yeah.
So we're not playing foreign countries anymore with foreign players that we never seen before. We're going to the teams that we're going to meet in order to win the gold are going to have very familiar faces.
Of course. Representing their country.
Representing their country. Joel Embiid, he could have easily went to play with France.
Yeah.
But he's like, this is my opportunity to play one time with Steph and LeBron. Like, who's gonna get to do that?
When are you ever gonna get?
Never
to do
again,
that?
because these guys are gone. The next time, Joel will probably play with Tatum again sometime in one more Olympics. Drew, this is probably his last time. You got players like KD. Nobody's gonna play with KD again. He's gonna be gone. You know what I mean? So these are people who like we saw these people grow up. We're old enough to have seen these dudes grow up in the NBA. You know what I mean? Like just as regular fans. So we're taking all of that into consideration. Like we're like, yeah, this should be our goal year, 100%. It's been a hard 4 years. You know what I mean? As far as world basketball, the goal should be pretty much a wrap, regardless of who's out there in the rest of the world. We'll definitely go into detail when the Olympic Games are on too. We'll be able to dissect some games a little
Yeah,
bit.
those games are going to be super early in the morning because they're close.
Yeah, we'll probably watch the repeats or some shit.
Or get up early and watch the game.
At 4 in the morning? God
Yeah, I
damn.
did that last time.
Yeah, we was also a little bit younger.
A little bit younger?
yeah.
Anyway.
But we're gonna stay in this entertainment world because we definitely gotta mention something that Jay Blaze brought up to me, which is your girl. You said your girl J Lo.
Yeah, she canceled her concert.
She canceled her entire concert. That didn't even.
Her world tour.
Yeah,
Her U.S. world tour.
Yeah, the tour in America, I guess.
Yeah, she's just focusing on family, kids, and I guess getting her marriage right.
That's what they're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
She issued out a statement on her J-Lo fan page.
I don't know. I think that has more to do with.
She's taking time off to be with her family, children, and close friends. I guess anyone who bought tickets will be refunded. Yeah, I don't think her sales were doing good either.
Yeah, see, so when you say that, that's what makes more sense to me. I feel like, that's what they do when if they feel like their sales ain't up, arena packed sales. So like,
She's, I don't know why people keep getting she's not
but she's the one that set it up. She don't.
Well, because this tour is based on 20 years of when her last album. This is.
Yeah, but you don't have to make it arena size. Why do you feel you always have to perform in an arena? If you could get 5,000 people to come see you, you're not happy. It has to be 100,000 people. I feel like you're setting yourself up. If you know what I mean. You're like, what's wrong? I mean.
Well, she's an entertainer, so it's not like she's just gonna sit there.
All right, but she had residency. She was doing it in residency. In residency, how many people could come see you? Maybe 1,000. That might be too many.
Yeah, and that's a smaller arena.
That's the whole point. Maybe.
Yeah, but that's the difference between doing something like a residency and tour. She obviously ended her residency. She did that for 2 years straight.
So
touring. I don't know. I have no idea.
I found it interesting because I didn't hear nothing about that, and you just told me, and then
yeah, because it happened today.
Oh, word popped up on your feed. Mm-hmm. Wow. So maybe
as of this morning they were still, but there's before 12 o'clock, I guess, because now when you go and you try to buy tickets, it says canceled.
So it's a wrap, donezo.
Yeah.
And that was for July?
July.
That was for July's?
Yeah, she kicks off her, I don't know if it was June, mid-June, but she would be here in July.
In Arizona?
Mm-hmm.
So again, we only got Chris Brown is like the next.
Well, that's the one I'm going to see. I'm pretty sure there's other artists performing.
Was it Money Long supposed to be one of the artists on
his tour?
Yeah, on his tour. Yeah.
Like an opening act type thing. I think 2 female.
Yeah. I think one was Money Long, if she's healthy enough too, because then she have some issues.
I have no idea. I don't know.
And somebody else, I can't remember.
2 females.
But I guess now you have to go at least to that one because
I'm going regardless.
For your genre of music that you like to listen to, those are 2 of the main kind of artists that you would like to go see perform, and now one of them is backed out of, so now you only have but one opportunity to see something you like. which brings me to this then. How about this for chatter? What would be, can you, and obviously this is subject to change, but in your feelings right this second, live on the Everything Obsolete podcast, top 5 R&B songs
Songs?
that you like, Jay Blaze, in all your lifetime that you can remember up to right now. What would you think is the top 5? I don't know if I could know the names of every song, but when I tell you mine, you'll catch the vibe of what I'm trying to pull out of you. Pause. Hey yo. You want me to go first then? Like give you like my thoughts on that. So for me, top 5 R&B songs, subject to change. So you don't gotta be like, cause you're not gonna be able to remember the millions of songs that we've heard over our lives. But the ones that you find I'm gonna be funny with it, but the ones you find yourself singing in the shower that you know are old, and for whatever reason it popped in your mind. That means it meant you heard
Male
that.
or female?
Male or female, it don't matter. R&B.
Well, I don't know about songs because there's too many songs out there.
No. I'm saying song. So I'm going with, right off the bat, Mary J. Blige.
I was just gonna say the same thing.
What's the 411?
Oh, but that's a little up tempo. That's not so much R&B.
What?
Yeah, the hip hop beat on it. It's an opening.
So you're saying it's a hip hop song? Was she's a rapper?
Yeah.
You're saying it's a?
No, but you're saying a song.
So what
and
song?
that
What song?
particular
What song was you
she
thinking?
has Puma on it, so.
Just because you have a rapper on it doesn't not make
Yeah, but
it
she doesn't sing on that song. Listen to that song again. Are you like?
I wasn't singing for back then, but okay. So what song you was thinking of?
Oh, Love Without a Limit.
Love Without a Limit. That's with the Biggie beat? No. Doom. Yeah.
No.
That's what beat? Oh, is that like a Tribe Called Quest type beat?
No.
Busta Rhymes beat type
No,
beat?
you see, you're missing.
No. I'm talking about that era. Remember that.
Yeah, she's singing on an old-fashioned microphone.
Yeah, but that's not even her
like,
first album, right? That's not from her first album. I try to go back towards her first album, but I like the melody to 411. I felt like it was R&B. But if you're saying no, I like your pick very much that you just chose right there. My next song, these are songs 100. If you could give me another song to think about, then I could switch it up, but subject to change, right? Knocking Boots, H-Town.
Oh, God.
Right? You see where I'm going with this? These are because without those songs, I wouldn't be able to appreciate a lot of the songs that came out after them. Boys to Men. These are where I'm not gonna remember the names of the songs, but like their first Motown Philly's back again. Is that R&B or is that like jazz? What is that? But that song to me, that's R&B type shit. So I don't know, like I'm not being real like, oh, it has to have a certain melody to make it R&B. No, I'm just thinking to me, if it's not rap, the way we grew up, it was either rap or R&B. You know what I mean? So, hip hop and R&B, that's what it was. So like Boys to Men, Motown Philly's back again. That shit, H-Town Knocking Boots. I was going with what's the 411. Now I'm going more up. Candy Rain. Candy Rain is a classic. And then maybe like number 5 would be like probably like Tevin Campbell. What's the song he sang? You know I'm going, right? Like one of his most, like those are the type of songs that I think for me would be like in my top list, which brings me into like the newer. So I'm trying to go further back. Like if I say right now, it's gonna be like a lot of Chris Brown R&B songs at the top of my list. Maybe a Tank song, and I gotta find it. Definitely won't know the name of it. I would have to like look for the song so it'll probably be like out of top 5, probably be like 2 or 3 of them will be a Chris Brown song. And not for nothing, Chris Brown's a little different because he has so many features that you could just not even use his song as on your list. You could use the song he was featured on.
Well, he adds the R&B to someone as a feature.
A song that might mean something to me and you, No Air. But that's not really his song, right? That's Sparks, Jordan Sparks' song.
Yes.
So songs like that could be top number one on your R&B list, but that's really not his song.
Right.
But
he's featured on.
He's featured on it, so that he has a plethora of that. So that's where I was going with it. But if you're going with just solid players, like I went with H-Town, Boyz II Men, Tevin Campbell, well, who else I mentioned? Boyz II Men, Tevin Campbell, H-Town, Candy Rain. I remember the name of the group that sung it. And then, yeah. So that kind of like locks it in right there. Like what you and Mary J. Blige. That's what so you said Mary J. Blige and didn't mention no one else.
Well, no, I like Brandy. I got Brandy.
Ooh, that was a good one. Early, what about Monica then? If you're going like that,
Yeah.
like early, like those early first album songs.
Yes.
Are like that R&B is pretty dope. I mean, let's be for real. Like, who else? So Mary J. Blige. You mentioned all women I see so far.
Brandy, Mary J. Blige.
Monica, if you wanted to throw up in there, and like who else would be on your list then? Like,
Oh my God.
like top R&B. So would Chris Brown be in that
Yes.
list then? So it'd be like Chris Brown, Monica. Like if somebody said, well, who's your top 5 R&B singers? You would say Mary J. Blige, Brandy, Chris Brown. Now that we mentioned Monica, I know that's in your mind, but because I feel like Monica and Brandy, like what about Keisha Cole type women?
Yeah.
Because she's been around a long time
Yeah.
as well. You know what I mean? Like who? Oh, TLC.
They're not R&B though.
What? So what the hell are they?
They're a group, and they all have different like. You have an R&B. You have 2 R&B singers in a group, but they're not.
So it outweighs.
Yeah.
They're R&B group with that knows how to
rap
be
artist
that
in
knows how
it.
to be hip hop. I knew this would fuck you up. That's why I wanted to ask it. I saw
There's so
it.
many
I saw it
people I
on.
listen to. Like I listen to Monifa. A lot of people won't know who that is, but she's from Harlem.
But old like music
Yeah.
from.
But she don't sing now. But
No, but you was listening to this when you was early 20s type
yeah,
shit.
yeah, of course.
Like that's when she was out, Monifo, in the early
Yeah,
20s.
yeah.
Oh, okay, maybe okay. So who like? But on your list, who would you say like top R&B singers? Give me 5. Like you mentioned like 3. You're pretty close. So if I don't know if Monifa, you want to count Monifa in there.
Well, you got Usher, Chris Brown, Brandy, Monifa,
Monica,
Mary
Mary J.
J.
Blige.
I would say Mary J. Blige, Mary J. Blige, Brandy, Chris Brown, Usher, Trey Songz.
Oh,
Tank.
Ooh, people might not like when Trey is a little nasty motherfucker. So everybody's starting.
Yeah, but he's R&B. Like he's
his
baby
music,
making music.
his music was.
Well, Tank.
But so was R.
Tank.
Kelly's music. All right, but people don't like his situation all the time either.
Yeah.
Some people have, everybody's different.
Jay Valentine.
I'm not saying that Trey Songz was with anybody younger. I'm just saying the words are out there about just him being just a nasty motherfucker.
Yeah, but
and kind of
besides all
and
that,
kind of
I'm talking about
disrespectful.
singing. He doesn't rap, so he sings. He R&B sings. What he sings about is love making. And
His music is
yeah,
fire.
So he's an R&B singer.
Oh, 100%.
So
His music is definitely fire, although he hasn't made music in quite some time. So what about people like Jaheim and You know, one of my down low, Lloyd.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that type of music is just fire to me. Like Lloyd is
Staple people for me, I mean, it's not, I would just say like Usher, Tank, Brandy as female.
Tank is fire. Not people, but Tank. I don't know if everybody knows. Maybe
Because
now
that's real
because
R&B.
because of social
I mean,
media.
he's also a songwriter.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's the man.
Yeah.
He is. I think he's a little. Sometimes I feel he's too humble. But he knows what the fuck he's talking about. You know what I mean? When it comes to the music shit, he be. And what about like a Valentine, Bobby Valentino, and
Jay Valentine.
Jay Valentine. Yeah, like those type of R&B singers. Jay Valentine's probably more prominent, but yeah, most definitely is. But those type of singers, their R&B music was pretty fucking good.
Yeah, I mean, you want to also, like, people who still do it, too. Like, Brandy still does it. Mary J. Blige still does it.
Yeah.
Chris Brown is still doing it. Usher is still doing it. Tank is still doing it, too. Jay Valentine is still doing it.
We didn't
you
leave
got
out.
Genuine,
I was about
you
to say that, but did we leave
Tyrese.
out? Yeah, I was about to say that. Like, did we just leave Tyrese and Genuine out?
I mean, you got all those people too, but who's on top of their game right now?
Well, no, it's not about. I'm not saying
who's
on top.
Still relevant.
Who's your top 5?
Oh, I would say, like I said,
Usher,
Mary J. Blige, Chris Brown, Brandy.
That's your top 5. Oh, you went there. Oh, so you're kind of with people that stood the test of time. So they were from back then.
Well, they're still, they're still.
I didn't go at it like that. I just went with something that just resonated with me. So that's why I'm considering it top.
But a lot of people you say don't
make music no more.
and only made those certain songs then and never kind of
transcended with time.
Those songs are transcending, but
their career didn't transcend.
Mario.
Oh, Mario's still doing his thing though. Yeah. Mario is a great.
So there's not a lot per se, because a lot of them also have changed. You know, they've.
Yeah. I think so.
But like, still doing it and still can do it. Yeah, it's different.
Mario could definitely be on that list. 100%. Absolutely. Yeah, I wanted to kick that off to you right quick. That's staying in the entertainment world of things, and
I mean, I listen to all that stuff, so you could talk about Faith Evans. You can talk about.
See, like that's why I said subject to change. That time era, just the music was just on fire. Like that whole time, Faith Evans.
We had a lot more R&B, softer music.
100. Yeah, we did.
There was way more.
I feel like
there was groups that were doing it, but then there was.
I thought you was gonna go somewhere else just now with that, but I like because it was like R&B was. There was a lot more R&B, whereas now I think it's but there's not less music. Less R&B in the sense that it's too weaved into hip hop.
Yes, it's dance.
Yeah, like it's too weaved in. It's not just specifically some R&B shit that we could, knock our heads to or whatever. Sit back and relax and enjoy some good music on some quiet, peaceful shit, tranquil shit.
Yeah, like some Donnell Jones and some.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You don't know none of those. That's that baby making music. I mean, anybody wants to tell us what they listening to make baby music nowadays.
Yeah, like Jagged Edge.
Oh, you know, Jagged Edge was my.
But you didn't say it.
No, I didn't say it because I went with the Jagged Edge. I'm a little bit older, of course, so the music meant more.
Yeah, but you mentioned Boys to Men. They brought up Boys to Men, and it was.
Yeah, but I also asked, what do we consider
Tony
that?
Braxton.
No, I didn't listen to her like that, but I know she sung that music that everybody, we see. Again, I kept saying, subject to change. Like when you
Escape.
I could,
With
No doubt, but I'm not, that's not going to be on my list. But yes. Yeah.
702.
I remember them. See, that's a lot of groups, like you said, that are still not making music.
No.
So today.
Yeah.
So if the list would change, if I went your route and went with people that are still making it today, then Usher would probably be on it, and obviously Chris Brown. But remember, we could remember a time before Chris Brown.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is what
those
all those other ones were mentioned, including Usher. So, I mean, his takeover is real, though. I mean, he is the king, regardless. I couldn't care less what anybody says. I think he truly is the king of hip hop. Oh, excuse me, of R&B, and will remain that until he chooses not to be it anymore. But yeah, like with all that said and done, that I threw that question at you, which kind of, I guess we just talked about baby making music. We could kind of.
But your question was really songs, like.
Which is what
too many songs.
But that's why I said always subject to change, because if you could remember. But then you went with the people.
Artists. Yeah.
I gave you specific songs so you could catch the vibe of the question I was trying to ask you. But you went with people, which is you still were in my category though. You were like in my era. You know what I mean? So it wasn't too far-fetched. You know what I mean? Like Brandy and Monica was like literally our early teens, maybe mid-teens. From mid-teens to early 20s, Monica and Brandy was the shit, 100%. But leads me to a question. If you know what, we're gonna end it on this. Relationship advice. We don't get into this shit.
No.
Relationship advice, because I just kind of asked a crazy question, like what are the kids listening to for baby making music right now?
Kids making baby
Come on, kids to us. Like, come on, we're not, we're not Thundercats anymore. These Thundercats out there, what are they listening to for baby making music? We just mentioned a lot of shit that we know we was making baby music to, or we were making babies to the music, right? So like, what are they listening to? Because we listen to everything, right? Like, and can you imagine them listening? Like what? Like throw a song.
Their music now is a little different.
Like they're listening to like who?
Their music is angry. Like even when it's like, it's more emotional. They don't listen to. At least my daughter doesn't. She don't. I never catch her listening to. She'll listen to soft music like folky kind of music.
Yeah.
But it's not like.
And she also listens.
R&B.
She listens to a lot of the music that we actually listen to.
Old music.
Older music.
She don't listen to.
But she has new artists that she listens to.
Yeah, but it's all rap and it's all folky.
So I'm like, what are they doing for? And she's too young. We gotta go. Well, she's not. Our daughter's not young. Well, she is young, but she's not in the category where kids are making baby music, babies.
But there's no artist now that she listens to that is talking about stuff like that. And if they are, it's more an emotional.
Oh, 100%. But I'm going with the artists that are talking about that are for the younger generation who are in their late teens, early 20s. Yeah. What are they listening to make, when they turn when they turn those lights down low, you think they're listening to Billie Eilish? That's what you think?
They're listening to Billie Eilish, they listen to what's her name? Olivia Rodrigo. They're listening to like Taylor Swift, if they're still Swifties.
Oh, I'm pretty sure.
But this generation is like wishy-washy. So
it's not, no, but you're saying this generation is too young for that music.
No, but what they're listening to and what's out there for them, it's not.
No, I'm talking about people that are able to make babies, or are able to, and it's a great age to. When I say making babies, I'm not literally saying that they're getting people pregnant and stuff. I'm talking about people having sex. Yeah. Okay, so we're talking about kids that are having sex. The music that they are listening to right now, Billie Eilish. I would think I could see Taylor Swift, but that's not what we were listening to.
No, it's different.
Like we were listening to R&B.
Yeah, they don't listen. There's no artist for them to listen to like that.
Like unless we're not hearing it.
And they're listening to
Tyler. Oh, make me sweat, stuff like that.
I guess. I don't know.
I mean,
But I don't hear that coming out of
like they gotta listen to like some Cardi B feature.
Yeah, but that's not R&B. That's not really soft music. That's rap with a little bit of, I don't know.
I just feel like something that somebody rocking, knocking the boots.
They're not
Like
into
where's that
Yeah,
at?
they don't have music like that. I'm telling you, it's more emotional. It's more like, angry, mad, like, angry, like.
I can make love with that.
No,
you wanna
but
make
the
angry
people
love?
singing it. It's not like R&B what we listen to. Like, you.
Yeah, I get it.
It's different. It's just.
I'm like, so now reverting back to the relationship type of advice, like if someone to be like AJ Blaze, if you want to go with my way, hey Bobby Summers, what's your take on dating? Like what's your fam? I haven't dated in any one of these closer decades. I dated my wife almost 4 decades ago.
Yeah, dating. Me personally, dating.
And
this
picking
time around, like in this day and age.
And how do you feel about the check? There's so many ways I could go with this conversation. The picking up the check with the dates, like, are you falling back ladylike, or do you present yourself to pay the check? Like, how would you in today's world? How you think you would? Like, there's so much I could. And now, what happens if a younger generation is asking you, "Hey, what should we do when it's time to pay the bill?" Like, we really can't speak on that because we come from a whole different set of rules.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll be lost. I wouldn't say I would be lost, but I don't know. It's just it depends. Like if you're starting now.
But I'm not talking about this age, Jay Blaze. I'm talking about 20-year-old Jay Blaze, 17-year-old, 23-year-old Jay Blaze. I'm talking about that Jay Blaze in today's time. So how do you
Can't really say that because in this day and age, the mindset is different.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying. But yeah, you 100. But like, still, do you pull out your card to pay on a first date?
Nah, first date, you better pay.
So when would you be comfortable pulling out on a third date? No, just
together. If we're like actually vibing and not just seeing each other every once in a while, I think if that your relationship is like that, like you're actually like vibing together, like y'all like the same shit, y'all finally like hooking up all the time, like going out and just doing shit together, like having fun, like doing adventurous shit, like going to theme parks, going to fucking concerts, and you know what I'm saying, like just getting to know each other. That's a different thing now because people don't do that now. People don't know what it is to like actually start a friendship. Now it's like you dating me, I like you, you like me. How much you make? Where you work? Do you own anything?
I don't make nowhere near.
Do you have a car, or do I gotta constantly pick you up?
I don't make enough to fuck with these bitches. Like I'm a regular. These
they probably make just as much as you too. So
yeah, they probably work way harder than me too. Not saying that I don't really work hard, but like they
if it's me,
like when I say work hard, I mean mentally, because this younger generation and a lot of people, not all of our generation, but a good bunch of our generation, they have these jobs where they're mentally in their job. So that's and it pays them a lot of money, but mentally they're in their job. Like if it ain't like I didn't want to do that. I never wanted to be like that.
If you have that work ethic and you're all about, I'm gonna get my own bag and shit, then you never have to think about when you're dating if that person's gonna buy you something, because you could buy your own shit.
Yeah, but that I'm not trying to I wouldn't want to. If someone's asking me for advice, I'm not trying to bring that type of attitude to the.
My advice is just be. You gotta get to know each other. Like that's how.
For the woman's side.
Yeah.
So you're saying, so again, the man should always be prepared to.
Yeah, but I don't think the women these days like.
Because I think a lot of women these days also ask the men out.
Yeah.
And if you ask someone to, like, you're inviting them.
Well, growing up, that's how I was raised. Quien invita paga. So if you invite me, nigga, you paying.
And back then, a lot more. It was the odds were the man was inviting the woman, but now that has to be way closer to that line.
Because the woman's mentality is like, nah, I could go half too.
But I think the dirty side of that is a lot more women are asking, but yet still looking to see if the dude pays, because they don't get that. They ask.
That's like a test too. Like, dude, you taking me out on a date and.
No. But if I said we're going somewhere, boom. If that's the test, I'm with you. But if you came to me and was like, yo, Bobby, we're going, something normal. We're gonna go get pizza and some drinks real quick. You want, come with me. Come with me to go get this pizza and drinks. Yeah. Meet me some of my, like, you have to buy the pizza and the drinks. You just told me to come with you to meet your other friends. Like, I'm not going to be, like, the man shouldn't buy the pizza and the drinks at that point. Now, when he's there vibing, I like that, and he's vibing, he could be like, hey, let's go get another 6-pack. I want to come with me to the store so I can buy a 6-pack. I can tell, you know what I mean? And then come back and bring like a 6-pack, whatever, 12-pack, whatever it is.
Yeah, I guess.
That's like a first, I'm talking about early advice, dating. But now, let's go, we could bring this into another episode, but like, I feel like I couldn't give the advice to someone that needs it right now. I'd be like, bro, I can't help you, fam. Like,
no, I wouldn't be able. I would say that.
I would.
You gotta get to feel each other, like get to know each other's vibe, like know where you're standing. Like there gotta be a happy medium there. Like you gotta be friends before you become like in a relationship. You gotta see what type of mental.
I don't know.
If I'm inviting
I don't know
you
if kids
to
are doing
catch up,
that.
no, because nobody's into that anymore. I'm telling you, like dating people on a dating app, and you meet these people.
Third date, they're already like
First
all
date,
in.
they asking you what you do for a living and how much you making.
Well, they're knocking all the rough edges out.
Yeah, and basically, if you're not at the same level I am,
criteria,
then I ain't fucking with you.
It's like a waste of time right there.
Exactly.
Which is kind of.
I'm driving a fucking.
You could literally be missing
an
out on.
electric car, and you still driving a gas car.
You think that's a different? Wow.
I don't know. Like this is like.
But if my gas car is a Benz and your electric car is a Kia, you can't really say it like that. But
no, I went electric. You went gas. You still on gas.
That's fucked up. See?
I mean, how much money you have in your bank account? What kind of job you do?
Yeah, that's more of a question.
Where
I can
you
see
live?
that. Yeah, I can see that too. I can see that. I can see that as basic questions especially on a speed
Yeah,
date.
nobody wants to waste their time.
That's what you should do with your sister. Go with her to a speed dating thing, and you're gonna probably have to sit. But as soon as you sit down, you better say that you're married. Like, yo,
No,
I'm
not
here.
gonna say I'm married.
Why? You just gonna go look for?
It's hard to get. Why am I gonna say I'm married?
Because you're wasting his time. Be like, yo, I'm here
I'm
for.
wasting time anyway.
No, you're not. You're not. You're trying to help your sister. No, I don't know if you could do that. I think you might have to, like, in order to make sure she does it, you also got to sit down at the table and be switching with her. So when you switch, and she still likes the dude, and y'all switch tables, she could still talk to the dude, and you could be like, yeah, I'm just here like for her. I'm here for the support. Like, I'm really not looking. You know what I mean? So it's like
it's just dating now.
It's hard. We're gonna wrap this episode on a dating advice situation.
We'll come back to it, I guess.
I guess we can always come back to anything. This is all obsolete over here. We want to thank y'all for tuning in. Catch us all the time on Everything Obsolete Podcast. That's Jay Blaze. I'm Bobby Summers.
Once again, thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the thumbs up, like, and share buttons. Follow us on socials. Also available on all platforms. See you next, where no topics are safe, on the Everything Obsolete Podcast.
The opinions and views of this podcast are strictly those of the host and guests and should not be replaced for help seeked out by individuals.